If you're a performer, an actor, a singer, a dancer, a musician, and you're tired of doing everything right and still not moving forward, this video could be the most important thing you watch all year. Believe me, this could change everything for you. I'm Sally Sampson, and I myself have been a professional actor and singer for over 15 years. I've studied and worked in performance spaces across 3 different continents. I've always showed up with intensity, passion, curiosity, excitement, work ethic every time I've been offered the opportunity to be on stage or on screen. And over the years, I have invested literally thousands upon thousands of dollars on workshops and training. And yet, after all that, a few years ago, I woke up to a feeling of hopelessness, realizing that I was caught in an awful loop. The brutal truth was, it didn't matter how hard I was working or willing to work. There was something that was preventing me from moving forward and progressing in my career. And for the first time in my life, I refused to accept that it was simply because I had not gotten my big break. Oh, the big break. The shimmering mirage in the desert of our artistic careers. From the very beginning, we're constantly fed stories of the underdog who works his butt off, loses it all, and then just when he's on the cusp of giving up, he has a breakthrough and rises to glory, achieving all his dreams. We get stories of performers who were hustling and sleeping in their cars and living on friends' couches. You know, people like Viola Davis, Lady Gaga, Sylvester Stallone, who wrote and starred in Rocky. And both his life and the movie have the same premise. The underdog, who has nothing but heart and work ethic, fights his way against all odds to glory. And the crowds cheer, and we cheer. And somewhere inside of us, we believe that if we just work hard enough, our moment will come. Until it doesn't. And you realize that even though that makes for an epic story that we all love and root for. And hey, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's just you realize that that's actually the exception, not the rule. Now, working hard is important, but in this competitive industry, working smart is even more so. And you can't work smart if you have no idea what you're up against. You can't scale Everest by just being a good rock climber. No, you have to understand the terrain, the climate conditions, and any other factors that might impact your climb to the summit. And that's what I've been doing for the last couple of years. After I hit a wall a few years ago and I was tempted to pack it all up and give up on my dreams, I had a crystal clear turning point. And it sounds so simple, but it was so profound. I realized I wasn't just in entertainment. I was in the entertainment industry. And I had no clue how that business worked. And that's what changed everything. I started studying, and I realized that this knowledge gap is the exact reason most performers like us go round and round in circles. It's because we're taught and trained to be entertainers, but no one ever explains or talks about the bigger picture. The business. The entertainment industry is a business. It is not driven solely by a love for the arts. It is motivated and impacted and shaped by economics, which means how to make as much money as possible with every single release. And if you as a performer do not understand that the entertainment industry is a business on the macro level and that you as a performer are a business on the micro level, you cannot progress. And if you do, it's sheer luck. Because ultimately, you cannot win a game when you don't understand its rules. And that right there is why I decided to start the Entrepreneur Artist School community. It's to help professional performers like you understand the business that informs the arts and entertainment industry. And not just understand, but also teach you how to take actionable steps that help you progress in your career and make it sustainable. So, performer friends, if you, like I was, are tired of going round in circles, tired of doing everything right, training, auditioning, taking little survival jobs on the side, and still not having enough money to live, let alone create your own work and build real momentum, you're not alone. Most artists are caught in the same loop. They are burning or burned out, they're underpaid, and they are barely holding on to their dreams. And the most frustrating thing is, it's not because they're not hardworking or talented. It's because they have a knowledge gap holding them back. So, here's the bottom line. If you're waiting around, hoping for someone to give you a shot, you're giving away your power. You're basically buying lottery tickets, hoping to win big. And you know, it's one way to do it, but it's certainly not a strategy. And the odds of you winning, well, they're slim to none. Now, if you're more like me and you're not a fan of gambling with your life, and you love the arts as much as I do, and you're willing to dig your heels in and do the actual work required to build a sustainable career in this industry, then I'm telling you right now, you need to be a part of the Skool community. And look, I'm not saying that learning this stuff and implementing it is easy or an overnight process, but I will tell you this. I believe that this is the only place that you'll get this sort of training. Training that teaches you not to wait and how to actually have a competitive edge in this business to actually get noticed. And And that alone is huge because this is the stuff that 99.9% of performers are entirely ignorant to. And I don't blame anyone because none of us were ever taught to put this stuff on the radar by any of the workshops or institutions that we may have trained at. But now that it is, now that you've seen this, what are you going to do about it? You could procrastinate. You could get overwhelmed and stick your head back in the sand. You could dismiss this as nonsense or say that it's too hard. Basically, you can keep on buying lottery tickets, keep on going to auditions exclusively, hoping and dreaming that one day you'll win big. Or you could join the entrepreneur artist school community and start bridging your enormous knowledge gap so that you can actually get to your goals. And you know the best part? I'm on this journey with you. Yeah, I'm not just teaching this stuff. I'm still a performer and will forever be a performer. It's in my DNA. And there's nothing in this world that brings me more joy than being able to work with and be in the company of other artists. So I want you to know that I'm out here implementing everything that I'm going to be sharing with you in this community. I will tell you what works and what doesn't. I will guide you step by step in how to move forward, no matter where you're starting from. I will answer your questions and help you take action. I will work with you as hard as you're willing to work and show up to make your dreams come true. I'm talking training videos, live webinars, resources, and so much more. We'll be talking about the business dynamics, marketing, branding, social media, sales, making money, building communities and fan bases, and so much more. And it's all going to be practical as hell. I've been working with some clients for the last couple of years, and I've helped them create their own sources of income so that they can move closer towards being full-time artists on their own terms. And I want to do that for every single performer. Look, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make this happen. And I don't know about you, but I'm not waiting around anymore and leaving my dreams in the hands of luck or fate. So, if you're ready to do something different and build for yourself the career of your dreams, let's go. I would love to see you inside the Entrepreneur Artist School community, and let's make an entrepreneur artist out of you.